Hi, it's Carl Rizzuto and welcome back. I wanted to share with you today about the importance of and how to follow up with the geographic farming landing page leads. Now, I want to start out by saying this. Regardless of your typical actions, always presume, again, always, that the prospect is a yes. Never presume a no, always presume a yes. Now, we're going to talk a little bit on our next video on some other vital points. However, I want to continue today and share some things that I'm clear will be powerful for you. Number one, I want to remind you to always, you've heard this before, ABC, always be closing. Now, what I'm saying, though, may be a little different than what you heard before. And that's this. If you remember this, it's going to serve you really well. Never, ever, ever accept a no when a yes is possible. So never accept a no when a yes is possible. That's what I refer to when I say always be closing. Now, once you make communication, if you recall, we spoke about creating a real positive impression. So once you make communication, you obviously are going to attempt to set an appointment. If for whatever reason you can't set the appointment or you can't communicate with the people, in other words, they're not answering, I want to give you a couple of other points. The first point you could use even if you've spoken with them, and that's this. Number one, write a short note. Too often today, people get so wrapped up with emails and everything else that they forget a short note is generally telling that prospect, you know, you're important enough for me to take my time to write a short thank you note or note to you regarding your property and perhaps the services I could afford you. In other words, I could provide you. So number one, write a short note. Number two, stop at the property. Here's the thing. It could be a $3,000 commission, a $30,000 commission, a $15,000 commission, or a $10,000 commission. Just depends on the price point. But as a $3,000 commission possibility, it's worth the time to stop at the house. Leave your card. Leave your information. And include something like a why call, why Bob, why Mary, why Diane. So include a why Diane, in other words, why you, which is sort of like your elevator pitch. Also, in addition to that, let me ask you this. Have you ever seen the movie Meet the Fockers or something like that? It was a funny movie, right? Remember that one? I think they had a couple of series. Well, or follow-up movies. Think of that movie. But what I want you to do is really think about the name. Only let's change it to Meet the Realtor. So what I'm saying to you is this. When you go to the door, if no one's home, you're going to leave your information. If someone's there, you're going to have a powerful conversation. If they're not there, think of that movie. We're going to change it to Meet the Realtor. And what I'm suggesting you do is go to 3 to 4 doors on the right side of the home, 3 to 4 doors on the left side of the home, and 5 to 6 doors across the street. Introduce yourself briefly. Don't tell them you're trying to get a listing. Just simply say, I'm trying to reach the Joneses and help them out with their property. What's the best way for me to reach them? And see what you can learn. Now, what you also want to say is, by the way, thank you so much. And by the way, have you considered selling your home? And if you did, can I ask, where would you go next? Remember, there's opportunities all over the place. Let's take advantage of that. Next point, create a follow-up system through a drip campaign and a mailing campaign. One that keeps them informed as to what's going on within the neighborhood. And the key is making it about them, not about us. Stop by the house again. Remember, we talked about it being a $3,000, $5,000, $15,000, $30,000 opportunity. It's doing two things. Number one, it's an opportunity. Number two, it's making you stronger with the follow-up and as an agent. Stop by the house again. This time, drop off updates as to what's happening within the community, what's on the market, what's sold, and something to the effect that you wanted to give them the information that they needed because you believe it's your responsibility to provide incredible service. Always attempt to close. When you're speaking with them, remember, never accept a no and a yes is possible, and when they're not there, continue to follow up. Thanks for watching.